So what we need now is to add the new course button here. So let's go back to our code here. And the columns that we need here, first of all, are course title, of course, and then we need a category. And then we need, here this is just going to be a category ID. We'll have another table that will name the categories. And then from there we have, what else did it ask for? The title, the category, and I think the other information wasn't so necessary. So for now what we will need is just date. So there's title, category. We also need a user ID, so we know which user created this course, and category ID and the date. This is really all we need for our yes, maybe we can add tags for SEO as well, and I think we need description as well. So we're going to look for, let me come back to this thing here. There's this part that says course landing page. This is what contains most of the information that we need here in one row. So course title, of course, course subtitle, we will not be adding that, thank you very much. Course description, that's fine. Then there's basic info here. Let's see what this is. So there's a level here, and then there's a category, which we've already added. There's a subcategory. Okay, maybe we can add that as well. So category, subcategory. Okay, no problem. Here we're going to say subcategory ID, and what else do we need here? Level, yes. Yes. Okay, so we're just going to do the same thing, level ID. And what else? Basic info. This is the language as well. So maybe if we want language as well, so let's add language ID. Okay, let's see here. What is primarily taught on your course? Okay, so no, this is just so what I'm trying to figure out here is those items that are single in the course are the items that I'm getting to put in one row. So let me explain that a little bit. Look at this part that says intended learners, right? At this point, this part has several of these boxes, but they are not limited because I can actually add more. If I add something here, then it gives me the option to add more to this. So which means these values can be multiple values, and we don't really know the number that will be there by the end of the creation of the course. So these are items we're going to ignore, these that we don't know how many will be there. Same thing here, add more to your response and add more there. So we're going to ignore these, but things like the price, right? So things like the price, this is a single item in the whole course. So this one is part of the things we're going to put in one row. So those are the things we put here. So even the price will be price ID right there, okay? Because the price is selectable. So we'll put a price ID as well. And let's look at promotion. So we'll go tab by tab and look at what we might also this is a promo link as well, so we can say promo underscore link like that. Okay, that's one thing. Active coupons, these are multiple things, so we ignore those as well. Course messages, these are single events, single items. There's just one message here and congratulatory message. So there's welcome message, congratulatory message. So I'm just going to copy this and put it here. Congratulations message. So I'll put these on a lower case like this. And then we also have the welcome message, so copy that as well, and let's just add it here. So just write these things down like this, even though you are not on Udemy. Okay, so I'm just looking for the columns that we really need, that are essential for the beginning of the course. So welcome message, that's fine. So we've gone through this, promotions, pricing. Let's look at the landing page. We're already here, right? But let me just make sure there's course description. So title, description that we need. And what else? So description. This we've all gone through already. What is primarily taught on your... So this is one item, right? There's a course image as well, promotional video as well. These are single item events. So I can upload a file here, upload another file here. So this is all good. All right, so maybe we'll call this primary subject. Okay, so copy this. Let's put that there. Primary subject, like that. Okay, and then course video. It's a promo video, right? Course promo, just so we are sure what this is. And then we have a course image, or we can call it thumbnail, no problem. So course image, course promotional video, nice. Okay, so we have everything we need here. Let's look at captions, we'll ignore. Let's go to the curriculum. So here there's nothing we can add because all these items are expandable, so we don't need those. Film and edit, let's see here, this is just information. Setup and test video, just information as well. Course structure, information. And finally intended learners, which has expandable content as well. So the rest of the content is relevant to the current role, so we're going to add that in a separate table. So all this will be added in a separate table. We'll just link the two tables together. So in this case, this is all we need to create a course. So what I'll do is I'll make sure I create these tables. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 columns in this table. So let's go to PHP My Admin. That's localhost / PHP My Admin, and we go to our database and let's create a new table. Since there's only one table here, the name here will be courses. And we know we need 16 columns. We can always add new columns as needed, no problem. So let's click go. Actually, I should have added 17 because did I put the ID? No, I did not put the ID. So I'll need to add one more. So I can just click go here to add one more down there. So there's ID here for the course ID. And then what I'll just need to do is add the rest of this. So there's description, user ID, category ID. So wait, description goes here. Here we put title, and then category underscore ID. And what else do we get here? Did I add the user ID? Not yet. So let me just move category ID here. The order doesn't really matter. I just like a specific order, but it's not essential. So subcategory ID, then level ID as well. So let's go there. Let's go level underscore ID. Let's move down. Language ID, price ID. Let's go there. So there's language ID and then price ID. Promo link, welcome message. Let's put that promo link. We'll put the welcome and closing message at the end. I don't know why I like these text values to be at the end for some reason. I do not know why. Wait, welcome message as well. Copy. Let me put that here. Okay, I'm sure we will need a date there later, so I'll add that there. And we need tags as well. Let me move this over here. Let me just put tags here. The order doesn't matter, like I said, so don't get hung up on the order there. Let's look at primary subject. Have I added that? Not yet. So primary subject. Let's also see video, promo video, and course image back there. So there we go, promo video, course image. Very good. Okay, I think we have it all. Let me see if we've forgotten anything with price ID, language ID. Let me see those two. Okay, so it seems we are good here. Let's just select the types. So int is fine for courses because int is quite a large number. So that's fine. We'll just make sure that it's auto increment, select that and make sure it's a primary key. Let's go to the title. Here will be variable character. Let's put 100 characters maximum, just like we have on YouTube. Description will be, let's see here, the primary content of the description. So it seems we can add quite a bit of information in the description. So we're going to just set that to text. Then let's go to user ID. Let's leave it at int. All these IDs will remain at int because their IDs are just integers. Level ID, ID, plus ID, promo link. So this is a link, so it's going to be some text. Let's just put 1024. I'm sure the link will be long enough there, 1024 characters. Course image, variable character as well, 1024, that's fine. Let's look at course promo video. That's going to be a link as well. So same thing, 1024. Primary subject, what are we going to talk about here? So this one may be 255. Let's leave it there. Let's look at the date. Date, we're going to have date time as the type, date time. Tags are going to be variable character as well. They're just tags. So let's put 2048 just to have enough there. Congratulatory message. Also, this message shouldn't be too long. So not text, but let's put variable character. I don't know how much to put there, maybe 2048. Same here, 2048. So you can always adjust these later on, no problem. Okay, so I think we have everything we need here. These that I haven't added the length here, it's because I know MySQL already knows the limit. For example, int is 11 characters long, so it already knows that. Date time, it knows that. All right, so with all that in mind, we have our courses table. Let me save that. Okay, great. Now let's add some indices. The title, we're going to use that to search for a course title sometimes, just like when the user is searching. So let's add an index to it. The description, no index there. We will use the user ID to search because we may want to know which user created this course. Also, the category it lives in will be of interest in searching, just like subcategory as well. So let's add an index there as well. It's the same with level. Most of these ID based columns will be used for searching one way or another. So let's just add an index to each one of them. So index there. Let's see, price ID does not have an index. Just be careful not to repeat adding another index. I think it's possible to add two indices to one column. So the link, not so much. The image, nope. The course video, no, we won't be searching using that path, the paths of these guys. The primary subject, maybe. So let's add an index there, but 255 is too long for an index, so I think it will shrink that to 100 characters. Let's see, primary subject. I don't know if we use this in a search. In fact, let me just reduce the, I think primary 255 is too long for primary subject. So let me just click change here for a sec. And let me reduce this because this is just a subject like photography, camera work, etc., etc. So it shouldn't be a long column per se. So, okay, let me just be generous and put 100 characters there. So what we can do now is add an index because it's within the range. Okay, we may want to search by date, so index there as well. The messages, no need for an index because we won't be searching using those. Okay, so this is good. So with this in mind, we can now go to click on the database itself. So we see the list of tables here, and then select the courses table. With selected, let's see show create, so that we can see the create thingy here. So make sure you select everything in here, don't miss some text. Use your keyboard shift to select arrow keys like that. Okay, so make sure everything, all the text is selected. Let's copy that text so that in case we lose the table, we can always recreate it back. So back to core. I don't remember where I added this part of, I think it's in database.php. So let's go down. Yeah, this is the one right here. So we have this create tables. There's only one table here. So what I'll do is I'll just duplicate this part. So select this, Control Shift D to duplicate, and then we can just replace the content that is in here, paste like that. Okay, I'll just select it and tab key to move it inward like that. Alrighty then, pretty cool. Okay, so courses table, let me just write courses here. And make sure this query thing is down here to make sure it runs after all of this. All right, so this is the query for creating our table. That's fine. Let's get back to business here. Go back to structure and click on courses. All right, so this is how the table looks like, and it has no information yet, which is fine. Now let's come back to our section here and add a button here for. Before we do that though, I want to see what columns we really need to display here. Maybe the title, description not so much because there can be a lot in description. So maybe just the title, the date it was created. Let me see what else can be useful. User ID is not important because I already know I created these myself. We can maybe add that when the admin is viewing the overall courses that are being created, then we can use the user ID. So maybe we can say title, category, and level. These are important, and maybe the price. Let's see here. Maybe the primary subject as well. But we need to add only information that, no, actually not. We can still add this. Oh, there's something I forgot here before I complete. Let's go back to structure. Now, when we create the course for the first time, the only things we're going to add are the title and the category ID. So these two are the only things we're going to add, and the user ID as well, of course. So user ID, title, and category. The rest of these will be added during the edit process. So what we need to do is add no to select that these can carry no values. Otherwise, we'll fail to add any columns here. So let's select everything that won't be available the first time. So let's select the description, the subcategory, and everything below this will not be available. All right. So let me click there and there, and let's click change. So they are all here, and all I need to do is select no. I should have done this the first time, but just in case you forgot, this is how to do it. So tick no, 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 and save. Okay, so that's the query that was run when saving this. And as you can see now, it says yes for no value on some of these, which means they can accept empty values here. All right, so that was important. Now with that done, we need to replace our create query. So show create again, and let's select this. This is because now it has added default no at the end of each of these columns. So we need to include that. So I'm just going to select everything from there, and let's come back here. Here it says not no, so it should be default no instead. So let's paste here and let's move it back. What have I done? Okay, there we go. So that's much better. Save. Alrighty then. So this is good. So for now, we just know that we need title. Let's go back here for a second. So title and category, and what else? Let's just put user there. Title, user, category, and what else is required here? Price. Okay, let me just add those. So let's go to the view, courses view here. This is the table columns here, the first one here, the first table row. So it also says th, which is table head. So let's put title there, and let's put category, and let's put price, and primary subject. Let's also put the date. I think this should be enough for now. Okay, good. So the rest are rows, but we don't need all these rows. We just need one row. So let's remove all of these except the very first row, which is fine because we're going to just loop through that one. Let's add another column here because we added another one here. So back to here, and let's see what we have. There we go. This is what we have. So title, category, price. Then let's add a button here in my courses, right where it says my courses. Let's add a button. So this button will have a class of btn primary. Okay, and then it will say new course, and we can add a font awesome icon there, I guess. Let's close that I tag. Let's add a class fa. Is there font awesome here? I have no idea. Let's just put plus there and leave a space. Okay, so let's see what we got, and there we go. So we don't have font awesome icons, but we do have icons here. If I go to the original, there's bootstrap icons, box icons. So let's look at the bootstrap icons and see what we've got. So let's search for new. This newspaper, no, that's not what I'm looking for. That's the only. Let me look for plus, if there's plus here anywhere. Not plus, nope. Doesn't look like there is, so I don't know what would suit a new. Anyway, I'll new course. Let's put a video. Yes, let's put a video there. So let me just grab this one. We can change it over time, so not a big deal. I'm going to put that class here. So bootstrap, it's bi and then bi dash, then the name of the icon. Okay, so let's see if that works, and it works there. Then I want to float it to the other side. So what I'll do is in the button classes, I'll put float end like that. Oops, I've just opened something here, and refresh. Okay, so we have new course button here. Very nice. So now we're ready to create a new course. Let's do that in the next video.